Good morning, viewers. So once again, welcome to my YouTube channel. As usual, I'll bring you the very best. Breaking news: King Charles has arrived in America. A lot of secret meeting is currently happening in order to halt the Biafra movement. This is happening currently. King Charles have arrived in America, coupled with the movement and the development that is coming, that Biafra is about to be a match, that is about to come through. Now, King Charles is doing all means to make sure that does not happen. Biafran evangelist, what will you have to say about this? King Charles in America, secret meeting with Donald Trump.
Yeah, good morning, my SMV. May the Lord bless you all. Let it be well with you all in Jesus' name. I am not surprised of King Charles appearing in USA, Washington DC, to have a secret meeting with Donald Trump. Is not a shock, neither is it a news. I'm not surprised at it because there are many reasons and many facts that is playing now against UK, and which Prince Charles happens to be the king, because the queen is no more, is the one now representing them. So the journey now has become a crucial issue and a discussed issue worldwide. How do I mean? King Charles now is running a program, and what is that program? The program of not losing their source of income, a program of them not losing their company, their firm, which they have failed to maintain, which they have failed to secure, which they have failed to do the needful. Imagine a country like the UK denying, ignoring their citizen in person of Mazen Namdekano as a result of religion, because he's a Christian, and the two, a man fighting for what? Biafra. That was where they started making their mistake, because they should have a need to protect the image of their country. So long as Mazen Namdekano was kidnapped with that passport, and that passport signifies him as a citizen of UK. UK should have come to redeem their image. Then now know what to do, or talk to Nigeria or Kano concerning what he was, pursuing. But they couldn't do that as a result of hatred and negligence. That was what resulted to the level at which in the Congress now, the whole world is now discussing Biafra. The whole world is now talking about Biafra. In the congressmen now, they are pushing it that it must hold, because that is the only option that they have seen that will stop the killing, the genocide in Nigeria. Because New Ribado and Co. with the Bianco Juku travel to United States of America with a valid promise to Donald Trump that they are going to stop the insecurity in Nigeria, that Nigeria is going to cut it and curb it. And until today, instead of stopping it, the thing increased. And the people constituted 99% of the Christian in Nigeria, and no other people than what? The Biafrans. Are you hearing me? So Prince Charles has to visit him, because they have seen it that there are some steps, decisions that Donald Trump takes without consulting the Congress, without allowing the Congress to be aware of it or giving him permission. So he is afraid of Donald Trump standing up, rising up one second, any day. He can wake up anytime, any moment, and come down and do what? And recognize Biafra. That was his fear. Are you hearing me? And then let me tell you again, another point why the man is afraid, why he rushed to United States to meet Donald Trump. Another point is this: we have somebody called John Carter, if I'm not mistaken, one of the longest serving senator in America, starting from the year 2003 up to this very date. Is one of the longest serving senator in America. And this man now happened to be the one that have a closed door meeting with who? Ngozi Orabeze. And when you made mention of Ngozi Orabeze, you are mentioning Biafra. Are you hearing? So all these things, and I believe that Prince Charles listened to Ted Cruz. After Ted Cruz speech, Ted Cruz asked a question. He said, what is the next to stop this killing, genocide that is going on in Nigeria against the Christians? He now bowed down his head with tears. Before Mark Arnold now took over the place and started speaking, and which he said a lot of things, and he concluded that the only option is what? Nothing but to do what? Separate these people. And all the congressmen now are standing on that side, focusing on it, pushing on it. Look at Kimberly Daniel from Florida. All of them, Ted Cruz, Franco Utu, all of them, and these are the top. When you are talking about Congress, these are the top congressmen, voice in America, who hold a strong positions in American Congress. And these people are talking tough concerning Biafra, and they are holding on their ground, that no going back. You see why Charles traveled to see Donald Trump. And at the same time, my beloved brother, I'm going to be honest, they make the mistake in 1960. That's when Nigeria did their first. 1959 was when the Nigeria hold their first election, and it was rigged in favor of Tafa Balewa instead of Zik, because Zik done the same thing that happened here in Nigeria in 2023. It was rigged in favor of Tafa Balewa. You get the point. The same thing in 1967 when the war finally, as a result of the coup that took place in 1966, January 15, because the Fulanis intend to carry out the evil activities of assassination on the 16th of January. You see why that coup took place in January 15, in order to stop them from Islamizing Nigeria, because the intention was to kill everyone in position in different divisions and stand on their ground to Islamize Nigeria. So when those information now leak, the action need to be taken before their own dates. You know, many Nigerians do not know this, and that was even what even led for you not to be Islamized up to this very moment. You see why they say Igbos are the problem, because they have been the one resisting it, and these Igbos are Christians. Are you hearing me? So to forge ahead, when the British now came, remember what Obasanjo said, that Niger participated in the war for them to overcome Biafra. You remember Obasanjo said it, and I am telling you that is not only Niger, UK government finance it and sponsor it, which I've forgotten the name of the man, but his surname is Wilson. He was the one who supervised the UK Parliament ammunition, and he was the one who supplied the arms to Nigeria, which they used to kill the Biafrans. The genocide of 1967 down to 1970 during the war. I don't know whether you get the point. So all these things are the things that play, and which when these people now started again, knowing fully well what you are benefiting from this ISIS, what are you supposed to do? Ever since the killing of this Boko Haram or whatsoever rise up, what has the UK government do? What have they contributed to stop this insecurity? What have they said because of the killing of the Christians? That is to tell you that they themselves have turned to Islam. They are no longer a Christian nation, and these are the people that brought Christianity to Nigeria. You see why many Nigerians now are doubting their faith, are doubting the Christianity which they brought to us. Because if you can give us Christianity, because sometimes despite the fact that by the special grace of God as an evangelist, you know, sometimes I do You know, imagine somebody that brought Christianity to us. When you want to hand over power, you do not hand over power to the Christian people who welcome that religion that you gave to them. You rather corner it and give it to the people that oppose you. That means there is something fishing at the backyard. You did not give us the genuity, and you are not being sincere to what you presented to us. That is what it means, which I have said to so many people. If not my personal encounter with God, there is nothing that would have connected me with the church. Because looking at them, I'm in the UK today, Charles now have become an Afa or Imam. UK have become an Islamic nation.
He's a Muslim now. Are you saying that
yes.
King Charles is a Muslim currently?
Yes, currently now he has turned to a Muslim. He has become a Muslim man. You see the agenda now. So that means they use Christianity, just as my brother used to say, to deceive us. Because that was the strategy that they used to conquer Biafra. We are the people, the only ethnic tribe in Nigeria that faced them in the war for 30 good years. But do your findings. For 30 good years. But all these informations, many, because they have, you know, decided to do what after the war, to eradicate some truths in Nigerian history. And you can see that the past and the present government now in Nigeria are doing everything humanly and position possible to make sure that anything called history is no longer in existence in Nigeria, because they know what it tells. Because history is part of education and information. You understand? So that is why Prince Charles traveled to know if he can convince Donald Trump, so that Donald Trump will not take that drastic action. And another point is this: where I'm telling you that Donald Trump is not going to listen to him is this: during Iran war, Donald Trump will seek for their own support. How did the UK, how did the Europeans respond to him? They turned their back against him. They never welcome him, despite the fact that all of them are aware they are in NATO as NATO brothers. Yet they turned their back against him. When they now saw that Donald Trump has successfully achieved his goal in Iran, they decided to come and kind of show him love which they never loved him before. And now Donald Trump outside it say, since because of this very act of you people, because America finance NATO, America finance most of the things that the world are enjoying, Donald Trump decided, okay, to your tent, oh Israel, everybody should do what? Manage and control their affairs. You see what makes Prince Charles now is scared, shaking, panicking, traveling to UK to go and have a closed door meeting with the Congress and Donald Trump. If Biafra could be caught, but it has gone beyond its own reach because Biafra has been endorsed.
God said, Biafran evangelist, you brought something to our notice while you were talking. Now I know a lot of my fans will be curious to know what's really happening. Do you think with the Islamization of the King of England that Nigerians are going to have, that Biafrans are going to have serious issue in breaking away? Because now that he's a Muslim, when he wasn't a Muslim, they were actually supporting the Northerners. Now that he's a Muslim, do you think it's an added advantage for the Fulanis and the northern part of Nigeria?
My brother, based on your question, I must address it this way. Now he's a Muslim, shows that he is confounding on Nigerian Islam killing the Christians. So the Donald Trump is going to meet now is now seeing the clear picture where the killing is coming from and why they are killing and why the British do not say anything, neither show up to stop it. You understand? So it is too obvious and too clear now. So definitely what I'm waiting for and expecting Donald Trump is to take, I will not be the one to tell him what to do. I believe he's matured enough to do the right thing because he's a God sent, and God sent him, God bring him for a purpose and for a reason and a mission and a vision to be accomplished. So him coming for the second time have a reason and have a purpose. And you can see some Somalia, they have gotten Somaliland now have gotten their independence under his watch. It was in 2019 when he was in first tenure that Jerusalem now become the capital of where? Of Israel. It was Tel Aviv before. So in every tenure of Donald Trump is a man who like to keep legacy and to make name even after him. So I believe that giving Biafra, giving us our freedom, it may not be Biafra, it may be indigenous people of Nigeria. Then later end we will not do what, know what to do. But as of that freedom, for the freedom of the people in Nigeria, especially the 99% of the Christians in Nigeria to be saved, Nigeria need to leave Biafra, and Biafra need to leave what? Nigeria. And there is no two ways. Those people are what? The Igbos, the Easterners. And for your information, they already map out the whole thing. They are looking to the region of the map, and they have discovered, seen everything the way it was. So it just remains a date now. Then you will see what will happen. And that is why King Charles is in tears. He's regretting of visiting Donald Trump and the congressmen.
So finally, Sultan of Sokoto said that the people that colonized Nigeria are the British people. America does not have authority to override them and come and make decisions in this country. What would you have to say, Sultan of Sokoto making a statement?
Yes, Sultan of Sokoto was right in a way that the British colonized Nigeria. Yes, it was the British, but I want to inform Sultan of Sokoto that it was not the British that colonized Nigeria or the Biafrans first. You understand? They are not the first to colonize Biafra. The people that colonized Biafra first were the Portuguese. Are you hearing me? We are the Portuguese, not the British. So if you are talking about colonization, it shouldn't be even linked up that under the people that colonize us must be the one to give us independence. No, it's not done that way, and it can never be. And moreover, come to think of it, currently now, who is the world power? Is the UK world power?
America, Russia.
American, Russia, the world power. And if you come to think of it again, do you know that UK is supposed to be the world power because they colonize many nations? But as a result of their greediness, it's not good for a man to be greedy, to be selfish. Yes, because they were greedy and they were selfish, self-centered. That was what landed them to where they are today. And that is why they are not highest now, I will say, as a result of compensation. That's why they include them as 1 to 5. Because actually now, if you are to face it now, they are nowhere. Korea, Japan will finish them. China is bigger than them. I don't even want to mention China now. Japan will Korea will pocket them. Who be British? They are, as I speak to you, do you know that the British doesn't have a common voice again in Australia? Because they have automatically changed them. Everything about British have been rubbished out in Australia. This is something you can do your findings. Do you understand? It's because of that greed that makes them to remain at the back instead of remaining at the front. You get the point now? So that is why I am telling you what I'm telling you. Sultan of Sokoto should know this. And let me tell you, there is what we call veto power given to America. Do you know that UK, the same UK, destroyed the first state capital of America? Their first state capital, UK destroyed it. Before now, if not that America is truly trying to practice that Christianity, UK and America doesn't supposed to have anything in common again because they are wicked and they are evil. Take a look at what is happening in Nigeria today. Tell me, if finally Biafra stand now, the same UK will still come. They will come back now and begin to beg. Very soon UK will turn to Eritrea will be better than them. Because there was a time early 2002 or 2000, the year 2000. There was a time they were wretched, they are poor. We contribute money for UK. I'm not telling you something. I say do your findings after this video. Go and find out every word I said here. Either 2000 or 99, we contributed money for UK government. They don't have money. They are poor because they are lazy, but wicked. They will still come back to break Biafra. Do you understand me? So in 18th centuries, there is authority, power invested on America, in veto power, which they are going to exercise. Even the world refused, and they decided to do it. Under that veto power in them, they will exercise it to do what they want to do, and nothing will happen.
Well said, Bevan Evangelist. It has become a ritual in our daily interview here that whenever we end it, you send a message of hope to your brothers all over and your sisters all over the world.
Ya chọrọ m iji ohere a na-ekene ụmụnne na ụmụnna m n'ebe ọ bụla unu ọ ga-agaziri unu inu tinyere aka ya ga ọfụma ọfụma. Ejikwa m ohere a na-asị Chineke Chukwu Okike abịa ma nke nyere gị ndụ nke nyere m ndụ na-edu anyị na-edu anyị na-abata ebe niile ihe ọbụla etiri aka ọ ga na-agara anyị siriri werere n'aha Jizọs. Ana ejikwa m ohere a na-asịkwa unu biko unu pịa aka na share button tụsaa ozi a ka na-anụ ihe a biko n'ihi na o nwere ndị na-amaghọ ka a ga-esi nweta ozi. So eji m ohere a biko unu mee ya ka o ruo ha ntị ka o ruo ha aka. Unu na-ekpekwa ekpere, unu na-eretekwa onye ndu anyị Maazị Nnamdi Kanu, unu na-eretekwa Donald Trump na onwe nke onye Chineke chọrọ ijikwa wee mee ihe, Netanyahu nke Chukwu chọkwara iji wee mee ihe, Ngozi Orabaeze nke na-agbakwa mbọ ka ọ bụrụ na ihe a na-achọ nwere isi, Simon Ekpa nke gakwara na nga mbụ nke ndị Naijiria jere wee mee ihe niile ha mere wee mee gịnị wee were ya wee tupu na nga were asị na mpụ na arụrụ ana mee ya mere, mana na-etinye ya n'ekpere ka Chineke nọnyere ha doo ha. Emechekwa anyị ga-ezukọkwa ṅụrịa ṅụọ rikọ kene Olisa nke mere ha abụta ụzọ ka anyị nwe na-eso ha n'azụ. Ekpem n'aha Jizọs.
Thank you very much. Have a lovely day.